Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hey everybody, I'm not sure if it's a Chautauqua sunrise today. It's more like a Chautauqua rainfall. They said it's rained every weekend for like the last 2 months or something like that. 7 or 8 weeks in a row. I just heard it from my expert on my mic, on my earpiece here. Hey everybody, good morning and welcome back to Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels and I will be your host as always right here Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 on channel 1301. Good afternoon to all my listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people. Thanks for joining me. We have a special musical guest here today. Kev Rowe is in the house and we're going to be featuring him and his music, and so please stick around. But if you can't, I know sometimes you chime in for a little while and then you got to go. We're going to be on 2 and 8 every day for the rest of the week. And you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. Anywhere there is social media, you can find. And live at the moment. Good afternoon. What did we decide? Is it morning or afternoon in the Ukraine? Natalia, you're going to have to tell me someday. Anyways, let's assume that it's early afternoon. Natalia and friends in Ukraine, as always, we're thinking of you, sending out lots of love and good wishes, and also to our friends in the Middle East. Whew, that's all I got to say is please find some solutions, and but hang in there. All right. Every week I remind you, it's what? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Holy cow. That's a lot of, woof. All right, big difference there. I always remind you that this is a live show and you can call in and we'll get that information up here in a second. Amongst the skeletons here and the pumpkins and rats and mice and all kinds of stuff here. We're in the holiday season. 716-753-5225. You can give us a call if you want to say hi to my guest or make an announcement or just say good morning. During the week, chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. You can certainly email us during the week with your announcements. As you know, I have a few every week, and I have some today as well. Don't be shy. It's free of charge, and we're happy to do it for you. Okay. Let's see, what else do I got going on here? I've got an announcement to make. For those of you that have been following the video podcast that Jim McQuist and I have developed, Oak Island Plus, it'll be shown every day this week, starting soon, today, at 1 o'clock and 7 p.m. every day this week. And we're happy to say that probably by the time this show ends, we will have hit 12,000 views over the last 6 shows, so we're really excited. So you're going to be getting to see behind the scenes of what it's like to be on Oak Island and how they film it with Jim McQuiston, especially. I'm just like the side guy. Anyways, the other night, I had the clear honor and distinction to be the MC for the Westfield YWCA's Women of Distinction Gala that was held at the Athenaeum in Chautauqua, and it was fabulous. 7 women were honored, and I got to tell you, the place was packed, and everybody was really in good spirits, and it's amazing, excuse me, amazing some of the things that people are doing, especially women in our communities, that are doing things behind the scenes, that are the movers and shakers in our communities. And the good news, I knew quite a few of them, and it was a pleasure to be there. So on behalf of myself and my wife, thanks for inviting us, and maybe we'll do it again next year. Women of Distinction, very nice. You can go on the Westfield YWCA's Facebook page, and there's lots of pictures there, and I suspect there's probably going to be a news article or 2 on that. So kudos to all the women that were honored that night. All right. Kev and I were kind of joking about looking in the camera and trying to figure out which hand is your right and left, because you're always backwards in the monitor. So okay, here we go. I got this figured out now. I got to go this way. Behind my head is a pink ribbon, and I want to remind you, I do this every week during October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and please do not hesitate to go get a mammogram, get checked out. If you have any concerns whatsoever, please don't wait. Please don't fret about it. Please don't say, well, I'll get to it, because the longer you wait, the worse it can get. Get it early, do prevention, men as well, and we talked about that before. Anybody that has any concerns about anywhere in your chest area, or any area on your body for that matter, but especially your breast area, get it checked out. And Westfield Memorial Hospital has prosthetic breasts that you can actually feel where the lumps are, and then you can kind of get a feel for what it's like, and you won't have any confusion. Okay. All right, another interesting point I want to point out to you, please, if you're in Chautauqua County driving around, especially at dusk or early morning, grape harvest time. Harvesters are out there zooming around, they're collecting grapes, they're picking them, they're shaking them off the vines, and they're getting them over to the processing plants throughout the area. Please, 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 just be vigilant that these guys are busy and there's a lot more traffic on these roads, and just kind of give them a break, just be aware of them, and they might be zipping around the corner of the vineyard and coming around the corner. They might just, need a little bit extra attention there. So people have accidents from time to time. We hope that it's an accident-free season for harvest. So just be aware of that. And also just go check out all the good smells that are out there with the harvesting right now. Concord grapes, it's just unbelievable. Okay, I'm kind of moving fast because I do want to give Kev as much time as I can, because he's got some unbelievable music to share with you. So let's go to Infinity, my good friends over at the Pearl City Clay House, all right? And we've talked about them before. This is on November 3rd. There's going to be an exhibition. International Online Art Collective debuts a live art exhibition. It's a fun-packed series of free community art events, video installation, and a visit by the artists themselves. The 14 members of the International Online Art Collective are presenting Chain Reaction, a 100-piece art installation at Pearl City Clay House in Jamestown, New York. The exhibition will open to the public November 3 from 5 to 7 p.m. and on display through the end of December. The public is invited to meet the artist who will be in town, especially for the show's opening weekend, and participate in free art events and workshops over the course of the exhibition. Pearl City Clay House is to host this event, first in-person show in North America. First time in North America. Wow, they're bigger than us. We're so excited to be, according to this, they're so excited to be the first gallery to host this dynamic group of artists as their exhibition starts its global tour, says Deb Eck, curator and program director of Pearl City Clay House. Okay, so people are coming from all over the world. Australia, I hear, I see, or where else? Over the United States, Italy, and so forth. And if you want more information about them, give them a call. Infinity at 664-0991. 664-0991. All right, let's keep going. Oh, boy. Bringing up number 15. I got to see this yet. I don't know why I have not seen this. This seems hard to believe I haven't. In the cult classic, Rocky Horror Picture Show will be shown October 27th at 10 p.m. You're supposed to see it at night, I guess. Sweethearts Brad and Janet, stuck with a flat tire during a storm, discover the eerie mansion of Dr. Frankenfurter, a transvestite scientist, and their innocence is lost. Brad and Janet meet a house full of wild characters, including a rocking biker and a creepy butler. Through elaborate dances and rock songs, Frankenfurter unveils his latest creation, a muscular man named Rocky. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is rated R and is 101 minutes long. Okay? Tickets are $7, and as you know, they add $1 for theater restoration, and you can get your tickets at the box office or give them a call at 484-7070. A Rocky Horror Picture Show. I gotta catch it sometime. All right, let's move along. We've got some events. Climber, let's see, what do we got here? Coming up this week is the Rural Mobile Unit Health Fair. I like to announce these things because a lot of times people aren't aware of it, or they read it and it's too late or whatever. The event is scheduled for Wednesday, October 25, coming up from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Abbey Reformed Church in Clymer, New York. And that's over at 595 Clymer Sherman Road. Over 30 various community health partners will take part, including the Windsong Mobile Unit, the new Chautauqua County Mobile Health Vehicle, and the Molina Healthcare Mobile Unit. The Clymer Central School District food truck will be providing breakfast and lunch items for the attendees. The first 100 in attendance will receive free lunch ticket. I guess there is such thing as a free lunch. Sponsored by the UPMC Chautauqua after they have completed their rounds with the service providers. UPMC will also be offering free blood pressure checks and screenings at their tables. Allegheny Health Network, St. Vincent Hospital, and Westfield Memorial Hospital have joined the event as sponsors, as well as offering basic medical services to those who come to the event. The Chautauqua Center's mobile unit will be on site and will be available for vaccinations, walk-in healthcare, and general health-related questions. Windsong will be available for mammograms, like I mentioned, and general cancer-related information. The Veterans Administration will also be on site to assist local veterans who attend. Furthermore, there will be insurance enrollers for those who have questions about or are wanting to sign up for health insurance. Got more questions? Give them a call. It's 450-3960. 450-3960. Now remember, if you didn't catch all this information, go to YouTube or go to our Facebook page, Chautauqua Sunrise, and you can watch this show and you can get this information again and again and again. Okay? All right, so that's good news. There's going to be this event so people can go to it, and it sounds great. One of the biggest problems and complaints I have a lot of times when I'm at meetings or on board of directors is trying to get to the rural areas of our community. So this is a great opportunity to get to Clymer and get some attention for your health. And if you haven't noticed by the commercials on TV, they're enrolling you for medical insurance right now, and the window is open till December 7th to get your, what do they call that, Part C insurance, I guess it is. So supplemental insurance. Check it out. All right. Haunted Library, October 21. That's today. From 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the James Prendergast Library Association. Enjoy an evening of family-friendly haunts at the Prendergast Library's Haunted Library. Take a guided tour through the library to meet characters from classic storybooks and learn about the library's exciting history. The library will be decorated, and refreshments such as apple cider and donuts will be available for purchase. Can you believe they're going to have food in a library? Things have changed. Tours run on the hour 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And tickets are only $3 in person, and they can be purchased at the circulation desk as you get there. Questions? Give them a call at 484-7135 or at extension 233. Now let's go to Dunkirk. Dunkirk Lighthouse Ghost Hunts. Think about a lighthouse and it's raining and it's windy and it's dark. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Next week, October 27th, 7 o'clock. The next day, October 28th, 7 o'clock. Dunkirk Historical Lighthouse and Veterans Park Museum grounds, 1 Lighthouse Point Drive. Come and visit the historic haunted museum and visit with the ghost. The local paranormal group called Village Haunts will take you in the buildings with their equipment and help you experience this phenomenon. The cost is $30 per person. Woo! Only $30. Ghost hunts always sell out, so give them a call at 366-5050. 366-5050. Randy, you going? Wake up. Hey, you over there. You were
I'm afraid of ghosts.
You're afraid of ghosts.
Yeah.
All right. So just when you thought that was scary, the Reggio Emilia Center for the Arts will show Beetlejuice in A Haunting in Venice. Michael Keaton, Academy Award winner Gina Davis, Alex Baldwin, and Winona Ryder star in director Tim Burton's 1988 comic twist on supernatural horror tales, Beetlejuice. First time I saw that kind of freaked me out. That's going to be shown tonight at 4 p.m. And I don't have to tell you all about it, but a couple by Beetlejuice. Is that 3 times? I think I've said it now. Oh, no, I'm in trouble. Anyways, it's 92 minutes long. It's going to be shown tonight, and it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of spooky. A Haunting in Venice, this one I don't know about, is set in the eerie post-war World War II Venice on All Hallows Eve and is a terrifying mystery featuring the return of the celebrated sleuth Hercule Poirot. Now retired and living in self-imposed exile in the world's most glamorous city, Poirot, I'm probably saying it wrong, reluctantly attends a seance at a decaying haunted palazzo. Sounds like a pizza. When one of the guests is murdered and the detective is thrust into a sinister world of shadows and secrets. The film is rated at PG-13. It's 107 minutes long, so that's coming up this Wednesday. Lots of spooky things going on, Justin. $7, same thing, 484-7070, and I got a few more here real quick. Tomorrow, over in Dunkirk, we have the Northern Chautauqua Communities Foundation's mini grant program, and they're having their pancake breakfast, and it's only $10, and you can you have signups where you can win a $100 grant for your favorite charity. There's going to be a Chinese auction and so forth with baskets, and that's from 8 to 10 tomorrow at the Dunkirk Applebee's, and it's supporting the Northern Chautauqua Communities Service Learning Mini Grants. All right, moving on to the next slide. Free and virtual parent discussion group. Real quick, our friends at Prevention Works are offering a bunch of topics. We'll talk about this more next week, but Mondays throughout November from 5:30 to 7 via Zoom, so you don't have to go anywhere except in your living room or wherever. And the first one is going to be on dealing with disobedience, all right? And if you're interested in anything that they have for parenting, give Aubrey Shepard a call at 664-3608. And finally, my very good friends at the Chautauqua Safety Village. They're having their Halloween Fun Fair, which will take place this coming Wednesday from 4:30 to 7:30 at the Safety Village, located at 2695 Route 394. I think, wait, there it is, in Asheville, New York, right on the grounds of the Bosey Center there. Get your costumes ready and join them for a spectacular night of fun. This year, guests will enjoy a wide range of activities. Admission's only $5 per person. Ages 2 and under are free. It includes trick-or-treating among the 26 village buildings, crafts, train rides, 4 different kid-friendly ghoul houses, a bounce house, weather permitting, and so forth. You're going to have kettle corn and all kinds of other things there. Lots of fun, as always. Give them a call at 338-0170 if you're interested to know more. 338-0170. That's it. I'm taking a break. My mouth is tired. We'll be right back.
Welcome to FNEP, where you will find supportive
and knowledgeable peers who will empower you
to plan and create affordable
meals and nourishing snacks
that balance variety and convenience while keeping an
eye on food safety and learning to move more. Whether online or in person,
connect with us today.
Okay, this next show has only been 7 years in the making. 7 years ago, Kev Rowe was on the show, and he's back. Good morning, Kev. How are you?
Hi, Doc. Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely. You know, we've been at this for a while. I say, Kev, can you come on the show? Well, not yet. I'm not ready. Kev, can you come on the show? I'm doing another project. Kev, can I'm working on a new band. Kev, and then we see each other out on the road from time to time. So that's always a lot of fun to have a little chat with you. So, anyways, 7 years. So I was thinking about what's happened in 7 years. A whole lot, and a lot for you, especially because I follow you on Facebook. So you've been doing some really good stuff.
Thank you. I've been making a lot of music. You know,
I see you've hit 160 songs. Is that what I saw?
I'm kind of addicted to music. It's my thing. Like I just, it's crazy. Even the older I get, the more music seems to come out of me. It's like an obsession, you know. And then
I do.
Yeah. And then of course there's how the music connects to social media and the creation of content, and that creative aspect I enjoy also. So it's like I never have ideas. I'm never short of ideas. You know, there's always something to be working on.
Does this ever happen to you? And this used to happen to me years ago when I was songwriting. I walk into a room, and it's just a blank piece of paper sitting on the table, and all of a sudden I sit down and start writing a song. You ever do that? I mean, just like bam, like lightning strikes.
Sometimes. I mean, for me, they come more in my daily life. Like, I rarely sit down to write a song anymore. It's they come to me.
It just flows.
Yeah, like, and it comes in a fully packaged gift from God. Like, it's a melody and lyric and song title, chord progression, arrangement, production. I can hear the whole thing at once. And then my job is, no matter what the time it is, I have to go document that.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Don't lose it.
Yeah, and it really is like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
A lot of my best songs have come 3 or 4 a.m. And then all the other times of the day that creative things can strike, you know, early in the morning. I do a lot of computer work, you know, a lot of work online. So I usually do that between, like, in the normal hours, like, I don't know, 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. And then in the afternoon, I'm usually working on music. And then I'm writing late at night, too. So the songs just come whenever they want to come. There's no...
And your dog seems to enjoy it. His dog is on Facebook more than you are, I think, just like my dog is.
She's a part of the creative process, that's
You know,
for sure.
dogs are like that. They're I don't know what yours is, male or female. I don't even know what name.
She's a female, Maggie.
Okay. Yeah, my dogs have always just curled up by my feet while I was playing music or something like that. They just sort of go into their own little world.
Oh yeah, she feels the emotion of it and the escape of it. Like
they're real sensitive to the sound. How long have you been playing guitar now?
Since I was 16. So I'm 47, so 31 years now. A lot of, and I've played a lot of music, been in a lot of bands and a lot of gigs.
So we could go backwards or forward, but I like to say, let's start with Kev Rowe. You know, we all have our past bands and things like that, and people that are watching probably know that you were Big Leg Emma and stuff like that. But you really made a clean break from all that. My perception only, and maybe I'm wrong, but you've been pretty much a soloist for a long time now, right?
I have, yeah.
That's hard work.
It is.
It's not easy work.
It is, but it's work that I love to do, you know, and I'm not on any written schedule, you know, so if I need a break, then I just take a break. And it really was when Big Leg Emma broke up, that's when I went to full-time digital content creator. So I haven't done shows in a long time, and that's one thing I'm excited to talk to you about is my plans for the next year, next 2 years as far as live gigs goes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, when the band broke up, I really went into songwriting and digital content. So YouTube, Spotify, Facebook. I have a lot of content online now. So I have over 160 songs on Spotify.
Yeah.
I have over 500 YouTube videos and probably just as many Facebook videos. Things have really grown. It's really been amazing.
So when someone comes up to you and says, "What do you do for a living?" What do you tell them?
Musician.
That's it.
Yes.
That's hard work. I've said that now twice, but that's hard work to be a musician and solely a musician, right?
It is. I mean, if the conversation goes longer, then it goes into music marketing, content creator, and they start to get the idea. But a lot of times people ask me, well, how are you doing this? Like, if you don't do gigs. And it's about just really understanding your audience online and continuing to give them what they want.
Yeah.
And
so what kind of feedback do you get from people so that you know that you're doing it right? I mean, do people write to you?
oh yeah, it's a relationship. So I mean, I'm very close to my fans online. It's community building 101. No different than a touring band on the road who has a tight-knit family community in each town that they go to see, or on the bus itself.
Right.
It's the same concept. It's all about community.
Just virtual.
Yeah, so it's about touching those people with a variety of emotions and stories. I mean, it's all about stories.
Storytelling, yeah.
And doing it on all of the different platforms contextually so that it affects them in a way that they can relate to it.
You know, just when you were saying about you have been doing gigs, I was thinking, look at the Beatles. They stopped touring.
Right.
And they just did production in the studio because they found they made more money doing it that way, and it was less stressful.
Yeah.
And, you know, and people don't, and we were kidding around earlier, you know, we both know what it's like to be trudging around in rain and snow and bringing equipment and setting it up and taking it down. And, you know, we always laugh. The worst thing about being a musician is takedown. Tearing it all down and having to pack it up after you play for 3 or 4 hours and you're exhausted and, you know, there's nobody there to help you.
Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifice that people don't see or know about, that you just kind of, you know, it's like being in the priesthood. Like you're married to it and you show up and do your work.
So let's do some bragging here. So I know, I'm almost positive one of your songs became part of a soundtrack for a movie. Does that sound right?
There have been lots, actually.
Here I thought I was going.
But nobody's watched them. I mean, it's such a different world now. You know, you can get music on an independent film and never hear about it and never know about it. It's usually when the people who are making the film come tell me. So I don't even remember their names, to be honest. That's one thing about modern day digital content creation. It's like, it's really everywhere.
So they ask you permission to use your music or no?
Sometimes. If most of the time they do.
Okay.
Especially if it was like a fan for a website or their own.
Right.
But you're protected. Like there are lots of organizations online that protect the singer-songwriter and the owners of the music. And
Okay.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Okay. So your inspiration, you said, just basically comes from day-to-day life and so forth, and that's what storytelling and music all go together. I mean, that's what most songs are. You know, people always, back in the 50s and 60s, it was mostly, you know, she done me wrong, I fell in love, fell out of love, I was back in love again. But now it's more everyday life stuff, you know, I find anyways, you know. And so is there anybody that I don't want to say that you based or copied or liked, but is there some musician or group that you think that you kind of were inspired by, you know, as you were going along? People always ask that question.
Yes. Well, in terms of musical influences, of course. Like for me, it's a lot of the folk guys, like Dylan or James Taylor or Paul Simon. They're all in my music.
All right, hold on, everybody, right now, okay? What does that say right there?
At Paul Simon, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and I was and that was a leading question, because I was gonna say to you that when I listen to your music, I get that same good feeling that I get from Paul Simon.
Oh, that's great.
Clean, most of the time happy music. The lyrics are clean. You understand the story. The guitar work is clean. It's not like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you nailed it.
And it's not that you're, you know, Paul Simon too. You've taken it to your own sound.
Well, I was going to say my musical influences are those guys, but I did have to find my own message as an artist.
Yeah.
And when I went into when the band broke up and I went online, I really got into the healing power of music and how it can help people in their normal daily lives. And that really came to a peak during the pandemic when everybody went online. I saw huge growth in my music career and all the content that I had been recording for 20 years, just because people were finding that quality in the music, so they were listening more, and I was getting all these messages about how it was making them feel better while they were stuck at home, having to go through these psychological issues of this life-changing event,
isolation, and scare, and people are generally afraid.
Yeah. So this healing power of music thing, it was a close personal thing for me for a lot of years, but I never really was able to articulate it outside of the music itself. But during the pandemic, I started to learn how to articulate that and talk about it, not just sing about it or not just play it. And that made a big difference in bringing people to me and like making my relationships deeper. And that just seems to grow. So now I've got people coming to me from all over the world that are being referred to me by my inner circle of fans and friends.
7 years ago you were on the show and we did, and you played some music, and you took a 30-second clip, I think it was. You posted it on YouTube, and within a week you had 2,000 views.
Yeah.
And I'm going like, holy cow. But where I'm going with this is that I wanted you on the show so badly because I truly believe in what you're doing is quality, high-level music that local people don't appreciate. I think I'm wrong. They're right. I don't think I'm wrong because it's the old thing about, you're not an expert in your own backyard or whatever.
Yeah,
and that you're probably more famous outside of Chautauqua County than you are in Chautauqua County, and that's a shame. And so I try to feature musicians that I really feel that are, extraordinarily good, and you're one of them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, I get nothing but love from our community, though. Like when I go to the grocery store or the post office, I love knowing people, and it makes me think of that. The opposite of that, sometimes people have told me, yeah, but you're only famous in your own hometown. I'm like, where else would I want to be famous? Like, I love my hometown, But yeah, I think you're right, though. They will always, because they've seen the whole arc. Like a lot of the local community saw me playing when I was a teenager in my 20s.
Oh, you're still doing that?
Yeah, you're still doing that thing. Yeah,
but they don't see the big picture. Yeah,
and they respect it and admire me for giving it. Keep fighting,
Yep, I do.
That kid will just not give up,
Well, you've got the stay power, that's for sure. Well, listen, you got a new CD, and so I want to talk about that just a tiny bit before we get you to play some music.
Yes, absolutely. This is my new CD. It's called Backyards.
You want to zoom in on that? We do a little quickie. Here we go. There it is. All right, Backyards. Why is it called that?
It's kind of a part of my story from when I moved back to Jamestown 7 years ago, and I bought a house in downtown Jamestown, and ever since then I've been the home life guy, it's the most stable I've been in my life. Like, I've lived at this house for 7 years now, and it's the longest I've lived anywhere.
Wow.
Really, because between 16 and 40 I moved every 2 years. It's just the musician's life.
Absolutely.
It's the adventurer, the vagabond, I guess. They're the person who's always moving. It's like I always had a storage unit somewhere. So when I lived at home, the picture on the cover is me standing in my backyard.
Cool.
And all the music that I was writing, it was all about this house and like my dog and this new lifestyle. And I really changed everything in my life. Running, nutrition, fasting, meditation. I got deep into all these self-help, health and wellness areas.
Yep.
And they were really affecting my music. So The album itself I made during the pandemic. In those 2 years, and I was rediscovering myself as an electric guitar player. Like, the electric guitar really is my first love, and that's what I'll be playing today.
Yep.
And it brought me back to feeling like a 16-year-old again.
I know the feeling.
In my living room, I was playing this electric guitar every day, and to cope with the circumstances of the pandemic and everything that I had been through up until that point, as far as bands breaking up and relationships breaking up, and just kind of the turmoil that happens many times in a musician's life, or maybe that I caused in some way.
Sure. Well, listen, let's have you play a couple songs, and then we'll chat a little bit more and play some more music.
Awesome.
So what are you going to play for us?
The first song is Something's Going Down.
Okay.
And this is a song that I play with my brand new band,
Okay.
Kev Rowe and Friends.
Okay.
Which I would hope we could talk about.
But I'll make a note of that. All right. So why don't you get situated there? And folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise. My special musical guest today is Kev Rowe. And he is a local songwriter and musician, and has been traveling the United States over the years, right? And he's going to be playing some cuts from his latest CD called Backyards. And if you haven't heard him live or listened to him on YouTube, which is probably where you probably mostly have seen him, I encourage you to have a listen. So go ahead and introduce the song again and go for it.
This is called Something's Going Down. Oh, the sweet life goes by fast. It's simple but hard to grasp. It's one day up, one day down so easily. So I try to slow it down. I put one foot on the ground, but this spinning around just makes it hard to see. Something's going down, something's going up. It's getting so hard to fill this cup. Something's going down, something's going up. Or is it me? Oh, the hard times creep on slow, but disappear before I know. So I don't expect what I think ought to be. 'Cause when you learn to live without, the sweetest things come out, rising from the surface of the sea. Well, something's going down, something's going up. It's getting so hard to fill this cup. Something's going down, something's going up. Or is it me? crash down on the living room floor. Find a space, leave a path to the door. Crash down on the living room floor, yeah. Oh, let's crash down on the living room floor. Find a space, leave a path to the door, and crash down on the living room floor, yeah. Oh, well, something's going down, something's going up. It's getting so hard to fill this cup. Something's going down, something's going up. Or is it me? Whoa, whoa, yeah. All right. Uh-huh. Ooh, yeah.
Sweet. That was bluesy. I like that one. We were talking about guitars, and I said I brought my guitar, and I thought mine was going to be the oldster in the group, but yours is even older yet. What? That's 1959.
1959 Les Paul Special.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
I'm the second owner. I got this guitar when I was 16 years old from my high school sweetheart's dad, who bought it in I think 1960, and he had it in his closet for. He played it in his high school years, and then he had it in his closet for 20 years, and then I came along, and he sold it to me for a very, very good price.
And wishes now that he's watching you on TV that he still had it.
Yeah. Well, and I promised him that I would never sell it, you
that's
know,
good.
and I mean, this guitar is
That's fabulous.
my
It's a fabulous guitar.
prized possession for
Absolutely. Anybody that's watching right now knows anything about guitars. That's like the holy grail when it comes to guitars. How about another song? What you gonna do?
sure. This is the first song on my
Okay.
new album here.
Yeah, hold it
This,
right up.
this is called I Go to Work.
Okay.
I go to work, baby, I go to work. I go to work, honey, I go to work. I go to work, baby, I go to work. I go to work, sugar, I go to work. Where do you go? What do you do? Where are you now? And who's there with you? Why all these questions? What's up with you? I go to work, baby, that's what I do, yeah. I go to work, baby, I go to work. I go to work, honey, I go to work. I go to work, baby, I go to work. I go to work, sugar, I go to work. One day we'll make it to our castle in the sky. We'll hear the ocean singing us a lullaby. Till then we're making it just one day at a time. We go to work, babe, that's just fine, yeah. We go to work, baby, we go to work. We go to work, honey, we go to work. We go to work, baby, we go to work. We go to work, sugar, we go to work. I go to work. I go to work, baby. I go to work. I go to work, sugar. I go to work.
Little surprise ending there. You know, I was sitting here thinking, if I was driving down the road and I was going to work and you put that song on, wouldn't you just make you feel good? I was, you know, going back to the Paul Simon thought, even though this is your stuff, I was hearing these trumpets or horns in the background,
Yes,
like in the background. Really, really cool. Let's take a minute on this. So this is a Les Paul. And I noticed that you put a thing out the other day about being a lead guitarist, and it's hard work. You ever hit that sour note? I do quite often. Being a lead guitarist myself over the years, the people are always expecting you to come up with something creative. So where do you come up with your ideas?
Well, I have no pressure at all. I don't really. I mean, I think I've been living in this zone for so long that it's my natural habitat. Improvising on the guitar is where I live. So, coming up, I'm never short of ideas. It's always going somewhere. The trick to it is always having myself mentally, physically, and emotionally available to do it. Mm-hmm. Like having my life set up right so that I can be a pure channel for those things to flow out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, maybe people are saying like, I heard two guitars, and they may not understand how that worked because you're really adept at that. Can you just explain that real quick, how you were doing two different sounds?
Oh, I have a loop station, and it's basically a pedal where I can record when I'm playing live. So nothing's pre-recorded.
Right.
It's all while I'm doing the intro to the song, I'm recording on that pedal. And then I click it off where I want it to stop the loop. And then I save that bank for later in the song when I want to play lead guitar over it. And then I go back to the pedal and bring that loop out. So the footwork of that is a little tricky for sure. And it's something I did on the acoustic guitar for years though, probably 10 years. And when I was doing solo acoustic folk shows, then I got good at it, and just now I bring it to my electric guitar.
Sounds great. It really does.
Thank you.
We promised we were going to talk a little bit about Kev Rowe and Friends. So
Yes.
What's that all about?
My new band. I'm so excited. I've been dreaming of this all-star lineup of my favorite musicians for years, and just now, this past summer, I've been able to put the band together.
I've seen some of the clips. Looks really good. So who's in the band?
Our bass player is Bill Burke. He's kind of my right-hand man. We have made 3 albums together.
Wow.
And he was in Big Like Emma for a while. We toured together. So I've known Bill for probably 15 years, and we just click so well.
That's important.
He's our bass player. Jack Flynn is a blues drummer from Cleveland, Ohio.
Really?
And it has been really nice to tap into the blues and jazz and connect that to the folk Americana that I'm already kind of doing.
I hear it.
So it's kind of like I go back. I've gone to a little more of a vintage sound. Jack Flynn is so great on the drums. We met at an open jam at the Beer Snob in Jamestown, New York.
Really?
And that's also when I really started playing with our keyboard player, Adam Gould. So Adam is from Jamestown and has been in Cold Lazarus.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of great bands. And I always respected his musicianship and most specifically his musical ideas and his songwriting. So the band is a 4-piece, me on vocals and electric guitar, a bass player, a drummer, and a keyboard player. And this lineup I've always really wanted to do because I'm a huge fan of the band Fish. And Fish's lineup is exactly that a quartet with a piano player.
Right.
And so and it's kind of a classic rock lineup, I guess, having the keyboard player, maybe a little prog rock too. But yeah, I'm having so much fun with it. It's awesome.
Awesome. Okay. So, do you have some gigs coming up, or where we can see you?
No.
but there are people, if you want to hire them, yes.
Well, we're just getting to that stage. We're practicing, we're rehearsing, we're getting the music ready. I mean, I really want the music to be great.
Yeah.
And it takes some time because Jack lives in Cleveland and Bill lives in Erie. So we've gotten really good at learning the music online, like through shared folders and videos and things like that. But every time we get together, it's an event. So even if it's practice. So I'm spending a lot of time just preparing for these practices, these rehearsals, and then we document them with video, of course, and the audio, and we're getting the most we can out of each practice.
Yeah.
Gigs, absolutely. It'll be next year. So starting in 2024, we'll be playing all over the county, I'm sure. So just look for us. Until then, come find us on YouTube, and we have 30 videos of Kev Rowe and Friends up there now.
Super. All right. Only because I do this all the time. Let's just say somebody right now says, okay, I got a wedding coming up, or I got a party that I want to book you in June. How would they get a hold of you?
That's a good question. Well, I do have a manager, John Street of Blue Moon Management.
Okay, there you go.
He's booking our shows, and getting a hold of him would be the best way. Or you can get a hold of me, and I'll give you John's information. I'm pretty easy to find online.
You're on Facebook, so you just message you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we still have about 6 minutes left. How about another song or two? What you got for us? Yeah. Oh, you're going to capo up? Okay. Yep. We were laughing about that because when I started playing years ago, capoing electric guitar was like, oh, what are you doing? Nobody does that. And now everybody does it.
I think depends on the guitar and the capo too. The gear does come into play. Like I use a pretty flexible capo that it doesn't put a lot of tension.
Is that
on.
a shub?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I use, yeah.
But it doesn't put a lot of tension on the neck. Just
enough.
If you use like a Kaiser or some of the... it's a little too much for the neck. And it comes from my folk world, like, you know, the acoustic guitar. It's like, although I have had to relearn a lot of my songs, bringing them to electric. It's more so for the register of my vocal. Like I find myself singing higher on the electric guitar.
Okay. So what we got next?
Well, I'm going to tune up now.
Okay.
That's all right.
Folks that you're watching right now, I've got Kev Rowe in the house, and Kev Rowe and Friends formed a brand new group, and they're going to be on the road after the first of the year in 2024. That seems weird, doesn't it? 2024.
I know.
So we're looking forward to seeing you on the road. Okay, what you got for us?
This is called Break the Cycle. This is definitely one of the songs that kind of went viral during the pandemic. It got over 1.2 million views on Facebook now. And yeah, it was. And I'm doing this song in the band too also.
Excellent.
Break the cycle, 'cause it's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle. There's no time to lose. This is something that I choose. It's time for me to finally have some peace and break the cycle, yeah. Every day feels like yesterday. And I see the same things along the way. And I build a wall one brick at a time. Silence and anger fills my mind. And I break the cycle, 'cause it's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle, yeah. Somewhere deep down inside of me, I know there's a peaceful man sitting by a tree. And I go to him when I need some company. And I get my medicine, my therapy. And I break the cycle, 'cause it's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle, yeah. And I float away. Yes, I float away to another world. Yes, I float away, float away. So everybody come out with me. I know there's a peaceful world for us to see. Now hope you join me down by that tree. We'll get our medicine, our therapy. And we'll break the cycle, 'cause it's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle. There's no time to lose. This is something that I choose. It's time for me to finally have some peace and break the cycle, yeah.
I had to let that ring out. That was absolutely gorgeous. I know it seems hard to believe we've got less than like a half a minute left. Kev, thanks for joining us today, and we wish you only the best of success. And you guys let me know where you're playing. Well, let people know.
Thank you, Doc.
How about playing just something, take us out, anything you like. It doesn't matter. All right. Folks, Kev Rowe, last time, and we'll see you next week. I'll be quiet.
Groove me, baby, groove me right. Groove me, baby, out of sight. Yeah, groove me, baby, groove me right. Groove me, baby, out of sight. Come on, yeah. I went to the coffee shop today just to see you, and you smiled and turned away, but in a good way. We were nervous, but then